Good day everyone, welcome to this video and welcome to this episode. I know it's been a long time since I last made a video, but I had pretty much other stuff to do. But I also worked a lot on my little project, on my little game, which maybe you know that it's a little Transport Tycoon inspired project, but it's in full 3D version. If you saw the earlier videos on my channel, which you always find those in the description, you know that this game of course is not a copy of Transport Tycoon. This is just a Transport Tycoon inspired little project which I started several years ago, and as you see now we have a lot of updates since the last video. I made a lot of little bug fixes, I made some new features, I have some future plans, I have some unfinished features in the game, and I thought it's now time to show you a new video about the game. So first, maybe you see that there is something like a sawmill here, which is yes, this is a sawmill, and this is a mall here, which maybe you saw on in a Facebook post, which looks something like the mall from The Simpsons. And we also have here a furniture store, a forest, and a thermal power plant. So what are these? These are the factories, which I call factories. Of course, not all of these are factories. And now we see a bug because those two trucks, if you saw that, just stopped at the same position. So there are still bugs to fix. So factories, we have now factories in the game. Now I only have, we only have 5 factories, which are not really factories because I wouldn't call a forest a factory, but I handle these as factories in arrays and in variables in the game. So each factory, some of the factories create an output, some don't create any output, and some of the factories require an input. So for example, if I now use shortcut keys for everything, so that's why you don't see me clicking on the menu items on the left. So if I click on info and I see that yes, this is a factory, and it's not really a factory, it's a forest, it accepts nothing, so this forest doesn't require any input, but it produces wood daily, about 10 maybe tons, or I don't know yet. As you see that all products don't change with 10 because there is this 10 is an average, so about 10 daily, and the maximum products is 400. Now you see that the little truck has some wood on its back. This truck is called Coyote, and this is a multi-purpose truck in the game which can carry different types of elements. You see another bug, if I move around you see this flittering in the shadows at the trees and at the power plant. I know why this is, but I did not fix this yet. You don't see this at every object, so I know what I did wrong in Blender, and yes, maybe I can fix this. So back to factories. For example, this forest generates trees, and we can, or wood, and we can deliver or transport this wood to other factories. For example, we can transport this wood to a power plant, which which accepts wood, and we can also deliver this wood to this not the furniture store, to this sawmill. And if we transport it to the sawmill, this factory produces wood blocks, and of course we can transport the wood blocks to the furniture store. So this factory, this sawmill, doesn't have any daily amount of products, because the amount of products it creates is depending on how much wood arrives from the forest. So now this truck, this coyote, you see that the back is different, because I told you that this is a multi-purpose truck, and of course we see how much wood or wood blocks or other element this creates. And now this delivers the wood blocks to the furniture store, and now we have 43 products, furnitures here, and in a couple of seconds we will see that this third coyote will have some boxes on its back, and this little coyote delivers the furnitures to the mall. So this is something like I imagined the factories. Of course, this is very, very similar to the original game, but you also yes, I said that the original game to the original Transport Tycoon, but I don't want to make a copy, and you see that there is a quite difference here, because I think that in the original game there was no furniture store, there was a factory, but it was different. I have plans that I should be able to deliver other stuff to the thermal power plant also, not just wood, and I have other plans so that you don't only deliver furnitures to the mall, but other products also. Of course, if you start out a new game, these factories are placed at random positions. They have a minimal space between them, and of course the terrain generator also works. I showed you this in one of the earlier episodes. And as you see, I have some new type of bridges, and I also worked on the bridges, on the older bridges. For example, this one which has a nice little edge on the top. I don't know how to call it. I know I'm not a genius in Blender. I already told you this. I just started out in Blender and I created these objects, but I like them. I like this little coyote truck, and which delivers all the different stuff, and maybe it looks a little bit nicer than this bus. This bus was one of the first objects I created in Blender, and I think that that coyote truck looks much nicer. That truck went to a inspection to its depot. I think I already told you about this, that every truck, every vehicle goes to its depot in a different amount of times for a inspection. So for example, if I jump to this depot, I see these two coyotes here. One of them is this and the other one is that. And if I hit info, I see that next inspection is in 16 days. So in 16 days this little coyote will come to the depot for an inspection. The other one needs 27 more days. I modified the colors of these little windows because I checked this on other monitors and laptops, and it was not quite great visible. And I hit unfollow. Now I am in this depot, and in the right side, of course, we see the new vehicles, which maybe I also showed you earlier. But we have this option, show vehicle, which I made a little difference. If I click this button, the vehicle will be visible at the top of the depot, so you can see how it will look. But you also see a little description about the vehicle. So the Coyote, the multifunctional carrier truck, capable to carry different types of materials, goods like wood, woodblock, furniture. It's robust and relatively fast. It is the truck every company owner must have. So I thought that maybe I write some info about the vehicles here. Of course, this maybe needs some improvement, but I also made this. So I exit the depot now, and now we see that little tram arriving to the station, and I made just a little bit nicer bus and tram stops. So if you remember the old videos, I only had a bus stop sign there. Now I made this object, so the tram has this red top, and the bus stop has this green one. So it's a little bit nicer, maybe just a little bit. If I hit info, let's see, there is one passenger waiting here. And the bus was here 4 days ago. Now 5 days ago, and now 15 passengers wait. Okay, so what else could I show you? I told you that I have some new bridges and the factories, and let's jump to the company info. And of course now I'm in minus 1 million euros, so this is just a test profile. I didn't even set a company name, so maybe I will say Madnap CO like my channel, and CO name Mr. Madnap, and I can select a new avatar, maybe this one, and you see now two little new buttons, which is Achieves and Chart. Achieves are achievements which I would like to include in the game. So to improve yourself from rookie, for example, to expert, and I plan to have 5 different values for these. Maybe amateur, intermediate, novice, or something like that. I already coded this in strings, but this is not finished yet. I just started this out. So you will have different achievements in different groups. For example, in nature you have to plant a tree, plant 10 trees or 100 trees. Or in transportation you have to buy 1 truck, 2 trucks, or 3 vehicles, or 5 buses and 3 trams, and maybe factories. You have to make a connection between 2 factories, 3 factories, 4 factories. So you will have different different groups of these achievements, and depending on how many you manage to do, you can improve yourself from rookie, for example, to amateur or intermediate. but I just started this out, so maybe this will look different. This window will be much larger and in different blocks, and you will see when you can become advanced from rookie. Of course, you can select this achievements window from the menu. Also, this is just to see that this is. Maybe I will not have this icon here because it's in company info, but now if you click achievements, this comes up right away. And if you click company info, this doesn't show immediately. So maybe this is not going to be like this in the future, but we'll see. And I also have a chart which I just started out, and this is still not finished. As you see, we have different types of charts which we can view. For example, how many vehicles we have. Not all of these are finished because I did not code passengers yet. If you see vehicles, you see that in November or in December I bought some vehicles, and I don't really know how much I have. This is 0, this is 10, this is 20, so this will show you how you manage your company. So this now shows that I made 5 stations in October, and let's check this out. I have one tram station here, a bus station here, I have another here, another here, and another here. So okay, this works well that I have 5 stations. So some of these are coded well, some not. Post offices works also because I have I think 2 post offices in this map. Maybe planting trees also works, I don't really know. Vehicles maybe also, because I have some passengers. I did not code this yet. Reputation is I think not well coded, because we don't start with 0 reputation, we start at 50, and this should be at 50, so this is a bug. Money is coded, but the chart doesn't go below 0, and yes, this is just something like I wanted to create, but this of course needs some adjustment and some bug fix and something like that. Of course, this shows that oh, you can see the vehicles. So we have 1 bus, 5 trucks, and 1 tram, which is 7. And yes, maybe this is 7 because this is 0 and 10. So maybe vehicles chart works. So, and as I told you, I have some future plans. For example, at MISC we only have now this icon which doesn't show the subtext, which is a bug. This is sidewalk, and we can of course create a sidewalk, for example here and here and here. And yes, I plan to have many more MISC options, for example water tower, telephone tower, and other stuff, which will be again a option for the achievements. And yes, I made a lot of bug fixes, but I still have many bugs in the game, in this project. But if you saw the very first introduction video and that map and those objects, maybe you see the improvement which I also see. So yes, this is the post office, and there are 9 packages here, and here comes the little vehicle which will carry away these 10 packages. Now we have 0 packages. That little object, that little car is called the bug, and it goes to another post office, which is here. So this is now a 32 times 32 tiles land, as far as I remember, but I can check this out at game options. Yes, this is set to 32. Of course, the size of map affects the newly created map. So if I hit 64, of course this won't change to 64, but the next map I start, the next game I started, will be set to 64. Oh, and I have this little CRT effect, which is not a really CRT effect, but in the 90s, of course, we played these games and on CRT monitors. And if I hit this on now, you see that yes, maybe this isn't a CRT effect, but maybe it looks a little bit retro, a little bit old style. And of course I saw another bug. I don't know why these shadows are set to off, because shadows were on and this was at off. Now you see shadows are off, and of course you can mess around with these shadows off and the minimal style. Then it looks like this. I think I showed you this in the earlier episodes. And another bug, we have very many bugs. As you see on the minimal textures, I messed up the textures for the bridges, so somehow those gray colors for the bridge surface are lighter, but this is easy to fix. Let's see this at smooth, which is the same as classic, but we don't have these lines. So this is smooth. You know, I told you this in earlier episode that I like the classic one, and I still have some issues with night. So if I hit OK now, you will see that these factories are too bright, and I have some other issues also, but these are things which I know how to fix, but I still did not fix these. Let's see a morning in winter, and maybe with some shadows on. So now we see some larger shadows because the sun is much closer to the ground surface. So this is how my game looks now, and I hope I can make the improvements and the bug fixes and my future plans in the future. I can't say anything when I will be finished with this game. This is just a project. I don't even know how I could make this project available for others to play or to download. Maybe I could do this as a free project, or I don't really know how much this is a copy of a Transport Tycoon, but we see many games which are even in the title something transport or transport something, which are obliviously copies of the original game, which maybe, and not just maybe, but for me it's the best transporting game, the original Transport Tycoon. And so I think I showed you everything new now, and I hope you like it, and I hope we'll See us next time. Bye bye.